Hi guys, in today's recipe I'm sharing with you all my take on a classic fish and chips. Now, I'm using store-bought fries to serve this with, but today we're just going to be focusing on making that beer batter fish, and I'm using this Simply Natural coconut oil from CGA Limited to help me fry these up. So if you'd like to see how to make this crunchy, crispy, delicious fish, keep watching. Okay, so let's start by making our batter. So to my bowl, I'm going in with some rice flour. If you don't have rice flour on hand, guys, and you have white rice at home, place it into your blender and blend it until it gets to a powder consistency. That's what I did. So to this, I'm going to go in with some flour, and I'm using all-purpose flour for this. Next, I'm going to go in with some corn starch. Now the cornstarch is just to help get it extra crispy, and that's what the rice flour is doing also. That's gonna give you a really crispy batter. And I have to go in with my leavening agent, and I'm using some baking powder here. And if you guys wanted to use self-rising flour for this, of course you can. And to season this, I'm going in with some Goya Adobo all-purpose seasoning. You can add any type of all-purpose seasoning you have on hand. Now I'm going to give this a mix, and I also wanted to tell you, if you wanted to make a Cajun flavored beer batter, of course you can. And I'm using beer today, but if you guys didn't want to use beer and you wanted to use club soda, of course you can. Now my beer is cold because you need this batter to be cold. So I'm going in with my beer. I'm going in with half of the bottle, and I'm gonna mix. You want a thin pancake batter consistency.
Andy, what are you doing?
So just keep adding until you have that consistency. If you mix this too thick, you're gonna have a really thick batter, and you don't want a thick batter. If you mix this too thick, you're gonna have a really thick batter when you go to dip your fish in. So you want a nice thin runny batter, something like this. So like a runny pancake batter. So guys, once this has been mixed in, we're going to place this in our refrigerator, and I'm gonna leave it there for about an hour. Then we'll go ahead and we'll season our fish in the meantime, because we want everything to be well seasoned and marinated. So I'm gonna pop this into my refrigerator for about an hour. Okay guys, here I have my 4 pieces of white fish. You can use cod, halibut, use something that's nice and firm, nothing that's gonna fall apart when you fry it. Now it's nice and dry, and what I'm going to do is season with some all-purpose seasoning. I like to have my fish very flavorful, so I'm gonna season with tons of this. You guys can use a Cajun seasoning or a fish seasoning, whatever you want. But this all-purpose seasoning, as you guys know, has tons of flavor. So we're going to just press that in. Make sure it's seasoned really well on both sides. Okay, once you season your fish pieces, we're going to place this in our refrigerator. We want everything in this recipe to stay nice and cold. So I'm gonna pop this into my refrigerator and allow it to sit there for about the same time until the beer batter is finished. So about 50 to 45 minutes. So guys, now it's time to go ahead and dip our fish into our batter and fry. You want your heat to be at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or medium high heat. And you want your pieces of fish to be nice and dry, not too wet with too much of moisture. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that rice flour, just plain rice flour. You can season it if you like. And I'm just going to dip the fish in it like so. This is just going to help also absorb any moisture that's probably in there. And we want a dry fish because we want that batter to stick to the fish. So now this is going to go into the beer batter. So we're going to place that in. Make sure it's covered properly. Let it sit in there a little, and it's going to really adhere to the fish. Okay, next we're gonna take it out and shake off any excess, but don't shake off too much. You still want a nice thin coating, and then this goes into your hot oil. So drop it in. Now I'm gonna cook the pieces of fish for like about 6 to 8 minutes until they're nice and golden on the outside, and I can already tell how crisp they're getting. Okay, so this first set is done. I'm just gonna drain it and place it on a wire rack to cool. Placing it on the rack just ensures that it does not sweat and it stays nice and crisp. So I'm gonna fry the rest of the fish. So guys, here you have it, fish and chips. Now I use store-bought fries.
Chips.
And the baby wants a chip, so I'm gonna give him one.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome. So what I want to do is bite into one of this piece of fish so you guys can hear how crunchy it is. Listen to that.
This one's soup, Daddy.
Really crispy. So I'm gonna bite into it now.
Daddy, what's that soup?
The fish is properly cooked on the inside. It's well flavored. And if you guys think you need green seasoning for this, trust me, you don't. You just need a classic fish and chips, and this will do the trick. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Make it, let me know down below. That batter is so crunchy and so crispy. So comment, share this recipe. If you're new to my channel, I hope you like and subscribe. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.